Hello everyone, welcome to VGS Astro. Today I'm going to talk about Sun in the second house, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe below. So let's see what the second house is all about. And second house in Vedic astrology represents the kind of family that you're born into, and also the kind of family that you will live with, because after marriage, family includes your spouse and your children. Okay, and second house is also the house of initial learning that you get, and the initial learning is the learning you get at home from your family or your parents. So family values, or the values that are passed on by the members of your family that you were born in, and the kind of learning or values that you will learn from your spouse and children in future is also seen from the second house. Second house is also about your family lineage. Second house is about your wealth, and mostly wealth in the form of liquid cash, currency, valuables, possessions. You can think of them as the jewelry that you own, your inherited wealth, stocks, and any kind of savings that you have, which can be thought of in terms of monetary value, can be seen from the second house. And this house also governs your speech. The way you speak and the voice you have can be seen from the second house. It also signifies your right eye, whereas the 12th house signifies your left eye. And the longevity of your spouse is also seen from your second house. Second house shows the diseases of your father, the Maraka Lord, or the Lord that brings death or death like suffering is seen from the Lord of the second house. And second house is your material possessions, your investments, the things that you love, the desire that you have to own something is seen from this house. It also shows the kind of eating habits that you have. While most people may think that this represents the sattvic, rajasic, tamasic eating habit based on the placement, truth is that there is a bit of sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic food habits in all of us, and it's a mixed bag. In reality, the dominant personal taste that we have is seen from this house and the planet that's placed here. Okay, so what is Sun all about? Being at the very center of the solar system, we know Sun brings about light and life to all beings on earth. Sun represents the soul of the individual, and this Sun is the higher self, whereas the lower self becomes the expressions of the higher self, which is nothing but the ego, which is due to the wrong identification of the soul. So Sun is termed as the bringer of life and prana. So in a way, Sun is likened to the creator, and also all expressions of creation, including inventions, progeny, can all be seen from the Sun. Sun is worshipped as Surya Dev in Hinduism, and he represents the father and father-like figure in one's chart. And Sun also stands for vitality and vigor in an individual. So Sun, among other things, represents authority, power, and such authority is usually vested in the government, in the king and his ministers, right? So Sun represents government officials, especially the officials holding top positions like the civil servants, those holding the post of diplomats, cabinet secretary, are all seen from the Sun. And Sun also represents physicians, because Sun has the power to heal people. Its rays are considered therapeutic or curative. So Sun represents a lot many things, including one's fame or rise to power, or the ability to inspire people to be in the righteous path. Sun is also knowledge of Vedanta, the Ashtasiddhis, and even astrology. So when Sun is placed in the second house, Sun brings its focus onto the family life, and usually you'll find that these people are born into a large family setup, and some of these people would find themselves born into an aristocratic family. The father, grandfather, or someone in their lineage may have held top leadership positions within the society, or at least with respect to a small community of people. And family also here means not just the family you're born in, but also the family that you're currently associated with in terms of marriage or partnerships. Okay, so this family is also your spouse, your children. So your spouse may also be someone working for the government or be associated with the government through public-private partnership deals and so on. And we know that the values that you get in life are pretty much solid in shaping the way you interact with people in daily life. And these people are taught to follow the path of righteousness, the path of the truth. And they're people who would rarely lie to people. They usually tell the truth, but sometimes this truth may be maybe from the heart and without any filters. So that could get them into trouble because nobody likes being told up front without politeness or courteousness in a very straightforward manner about anything, right? Especially their negative side. And these people have no qualms in telling them that they're a spade if they are one. So that could get them into being branded as someone being brash or rude and unruly. They're not wrong in saying that, it's just the way they say it, and that could offend people because Sun brings a lot of authority in their voice, and the king does not have to think about not offending his subjects while speaking to them. So he's going to be straightforward and authoritative in his speech. He's also someone who might be considered as giving orders to anyone in the family because Sun gives that dominant speech to the individual no matter what. These people are loved and cherished by one and all in their family. You don't abandon the king, right? So no matter how harsh or arrogant they may seem or difficult it may be for listening to their orders, these people are going to get a very loving family. And usually when there is an association of a malefic planet in the second house, you might see them get isolated from their family members, but not so with the sun's placement in the second house, and that is the gift of the sun. And these people could have good eating habits, or should we call it clean eating habits. These people would love oily food because sun burns, and with more oil, it burns more brightly. So unless their sun is not in Venus related sign, they don't have to worry much about excesses in oil consumption, but they do run the risk of building a lot of cholesterol, which might impact their life in future, and that's something they should watch out for. Sun also gives them sattvic eating habits, sometimes rajasic but rarely tamasic, like for instance tobacco or smoking or alcohol are strictly off limits for them unless it's got a negative influence by a malefic planet. Okay, so sun brings a lot of gold ornaments as possessions in the life of the native, and second house is also liquid savings which may come through government sources to the individual, and these people may experience royal comfort, blessed with servants and a cozy environment or a surrounding with love and warmth in every corner of the house. Sun also gives these people a long life and also their spouse a long life. If they are afflicted due to some chronic disease, they will find a cure to that. They will also see the family of their spouse prosper after marriage because Sun throws its good rays upon the 8th house, which is second from the 7th house, and represents the family of the spouse. These people, however, may see their father suffer from some kind of coronary artery disease or diseases related to the heart, and that's one reason why they should give adequate care to their father early on in life. And that's my analysis about Sun in the second house. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.